Welcome back. Welcome back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, welcome back.
Comment and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
My theme music.
These guys are tall, and they're under 15. Well, 16. But they are tall. They are still growing. So, what the NBA going to do? Because the league is going to change. Because they already, the league has Victor, but he ain't played yet. But these guys are coming. I don't know who will develop to be a star, but it's many of them. Many of them. And believe me, if I had the choice, man, I don't know who I would pick, but these guys are coming. And guess what? They may join forces immediately. And OKC has been stacking up picks. They've been stacking them up. And the superstars that are now, where would they go? Would they join forces with these guys? Because to me, it makes sense. It makes much sense. Because why would you want to be on a team with a superstar? And one of these guys, at least one, will be a superstar. At least one. In this video, I don't have Zach or the 7-8 guy, I don't think. But they coming from all over the world to the NBA. And I believe one of them, at least one, but maybe 3 or 4 will come to the NBA and dominate because they are taller already. They're playing basketball already. So they're trying to be good already. So now, what's next? What is next? But tell me on the player you think will become great. Comment in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's very easy. If you're watching this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So help me out and enjoy this video because the big guys are coming. The big guys are coming. The NBA is changing. When Kareem and Wilt entered the NBA, they changed it. And now these guys will change it too. And don't forget, there's guys that are not 7 foot tall that will change the NBA too. So sit back and watch. And tune in tomorrow for another video.
7'1" big man Alexander Sarr impressed a lot of NBA scouts yesterday, and he's only 18 years old. We're going to start off with the pitch action into the pick and pop 3-ball. That's cash. And now being active on defense, shows in the pick and roll, gets this block. He had 6 blocks in the game. Now he's going to crowd space this time, and he has a really good second jump. Blocks the shot with his left. And at 7'1", he's flaring out on threes, and he's able to knock it down. And what's very intriguing is that he came out of overtime elite. You're going to see a lot more NBA scouts going over there because of what he did. He played with them for 2 seasons and also is French. He also played for Real Madrid in his early years before going to overtime. Now he's on the Perth Wildcats in Australia, and the NBL is booming. They have a lot of top prospects out of there, and this is the big you need to look out for.
Just 2 years ago, this 7'2" kid played his first game of organized basketball. Now he is the highest ranked center in the 2025 class. So how has he gotten to this point? Mustapha Thiam is from Senegal, and he came to the United States to play for DME Academy in Florida. Since coming to the US, we have seen rapid improvement in his game, especially with all the success he has had this summer. Dominating in AAU basketball on the Adidas circuit and impressing college and NBA scouts at top basketball camps has really made Mustapha's stock skyrocket. This past weekend in Atlanta, I was lucky enough to watch Mustapha in person at the Elite 24 camp. And after watching him play live, it became very clear to me why he is regarded as the #1 center in his class. Mustapha is a beast inside on both ends of the court. His length makes scoring down low, grabbing rebounds, and blocking shots easy. But seeing the potential he has as a passer and defender in areas outside of the paint is what really makes me high on him as a prospect. Mustapha has also shown promise as a shooter. As this man gets more consistent with his jumper, it's only going to get more unfair for his opponents.
I guess luck of the draw and genetics.
Opens the fridge door and it's like a locust, eats down the fridge.
Kylie Zukarski has 4 children, but it's her baby, Rocco, who's really turning heads.
Like little old ladies in the shopping centre will be like, oh my God, how tall are you? And he just laughs.
It's like a shocked, impressed moment that they've seen someone that height, and they stare, they ask how tall I am. The most common question I get is if you play basketball or not.
And boy, can this kid play basketball. Just 15 years old, Rocco Zukarski can already dunk like a pro, mainly because he's 219 centimetres tall. That's 7'2" in the old scale.
Rocco, what's your secret to being so tall? Like, what did your mum feed you when you were growing up?
I don't think there really is much of a secret. It's just I guess luck of the draw and genetics and eating lots of food for sure.
He's very easy to feed. If there's food in front of him, he'll eat it. So you can put pasta, you can put a big steak, you can put fish, rice, whatever. He'll eat everything.
The genetics at play come from 6'1" mum Kylie, who was a champion Ironwoman, and 6'10" dad Bjorn, who won an Olympic swimming medal for Germany.
Like, my family's all tall and I have a lot of tallish friends. So I didn't really realise it until maybe 3 years ago that I was abnormally taller than everyone else.
It's not just me who's dwarfed by Rocco. He's already taller than NBA giant Shaquille O'Neal, and there's only 3 current NBA players who have him covered for height.
Rocco, I've found a way to look you properly in the eye. There's a little bit of cheating involved.
A little bit.
Always obsessed with sport, Rocco initially chose to follow in his parents' footsteps, where he became a national swimming champion, but now has made the decision to focus on basketball after the NBA Global Academy came calling.
And to give up swimming, that was massive because he loves swimming.
Retiring those size 18 feet from the pool and putting them to use on a basketball court instead, as long as he can find big enough shoes.
So it's really tough to find some shoes, but it's always amazing when I can find a pair that last hopefully a year at best.
He rang me and said, oh, Mum, I've got no basketball shoes there. One's got a hole in the bottom and the other one's too small. And I said, oh, no worries, I'll pick you up a pair. That's not possible. You can't just go and pick up a pair of size 18 basketball shoes.
You got him, Sam? You got him, Sam?
We catch up with Rocco at training with the Northside Wizards in Brisbane. To make it to the top in basketball, you need more than just size. Skills and agility are essential, along with attitude too.
Hey! That's tough! That is not a foul.
Now, if you've got those things and you have height, then you have a significant advantage.
Marty Clark is the technical director for the NBA Global Academy based at the Australian Institute of Sport in Canberra. He's just given Rocco the call-up to join full-time from next year. Only 5 scholarships are designated for Aussies, and he'll be the youngest there.
There's some things that Rocco obviously exhibited that we think he will be, hopefully a future boomer and maybe a future NBA player. But remember, he is 15. There's a lot of road ahead.
I want to get a better understanding of how the game's played and what I can do to better myself and my teammates when I play.
Josh Giddey is wowing the NBA this year after graduating from the Global Academy program.
This time he banks it in.
Rocco knows there's a lot of hard work ahead to join him, but if he does, he could be earning megabucks.
But the pay scales are phenomenal. I mean, if you talk about the top end of the NBA and they're making $30 to $50 million a year, I mean, to the normal person, it's almost absurd.
Money wasn't really a massive focus for me when I took up basketball. It was more just playing it for the enjoyment, and I guess if I can make a living off it, it's kind of like a side bonus.
It would be more than just a living if things go his way. But right now, Rocco is just a teenager with simple tastes.
So if you become a millionaire at this sport, what's the #1 drink you're going to buy lots of?
Chocolate milk, 100%. Yeah.
You could buy a fair bit of chocolate milk with $30 million a year.
Sure can.
Is this the best long-term prospect in basketball? 7'2" freshman Donovan Clingan is already looking like one of the top big men in the country and hasn't even played 20 minutes in a game yet. Clingan just took home MVP honors at the Phil Knight Invitational and helped lead UConn to wins over Oregon, Alabama, and Iowa State over the Thanksgiving weekend. As a high schooler, Clingan went viral numerous times, putting up Wilt Chamberlain-like stat lines. Clingan played for Bristol Central High School in Bristol, Connecticut. Not exactly a hotbed for high school basketball, and simply overpowered most of his opponents. So he didn't get to go up against some of the bigger names in high school basketball on the sneaker circuit. Despite winning Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Connecticut, he wasn't selected to play in any of the major end-of-the-season All-Star games. Clingan was a 4-star player in the 2022 class and number 54 in 24/7's composite rankings. Based on his early play, it looks like that ranking was way off. He's currently outplaying other big men in his class and looking like one of the most promising freshmen in the country. Most people thought it would take Clingan some time to be an impact player at the college level. But with UConn off to an 8-0 start and Clingan looking like he'll have a big season, he may be off to the NBA sooner than anyone expected. So I gotta ask,
7'6" basketball player Mamadou Ndiaye pulled the most unstoppable move in basketball history. During a 1v1, he used his height to his advantage and literally jumped over his opponent before throwing down a dunk. There really wasn't much the defender can do, but the real question is, was this a travel? This is the tallest basketball player in the world. His name is Abiodun Adegoke, and he stands at 7'11". He is 10 inches taller than Shaq and would by far be the tallest NBA player of all time. Adegoke can dunk without jumping and can palm a basketball with just 2 fingers. He does struggle to shoot the ball though because his hands are so big. He currently plays in a youth league in Dubai where he dominates the competition while he trains to hopefully become a pro basketball player. There's only one problem though. Adegoke's real age is a mystery, and people believe he's anywhere between the ages of 14 and 24. So make sure you drop a follow for part 2, where we will figure out the truth. Basketball YouTuber Tristan Jass disrespected this hooper and things got heated. During a pickup game, T-Jass threw the ball off of this hooper's head and then got fouled while driving to the basket. The hooper got upset and started arguing with T-Jass. During the argument, the hooper tried to get revenge and threw the basketball back into T-Jass's face. T-Jass would get the last laugh as his team would go on to win the game, but both guys ended up settling things and showed their respect after the game.
Queer.
Bye, Felicia.
Be the best you can be. Love your family, love your friends. Spread love, not violence, not this virus. As always, peace.